Here is *** keynote 1 expanded to ~6, 100 words ***, written in ***, 3 paragraphs ***, and ***, each paragraph is exactly 10 lines ***, each line separated by a line break as required. No headings, no ending statements. A woman becomes truly magnetic the moment she decides that her emotional self-respect is not negotiable, no matter how charming or exciting a man might be. When she carries herself with the quiet confidence of someone who knows her heart is valuable, she naturally sets a standard that separates genuine effort from temporary interest. This kind of self-respect shows in the way she responds to mixed signals, to inconsistency, and to behavior that feels emotionally draining rather than emotionally nurturing. She doesn't shout her boundaries. She demonstrates them in silence by withdrawing her energy from anything that feels confusing. She chooses clarity over chaos and sincerity over intensity, even when intensity feels tempting. A man who encounters a woman like this immediately senses that he does not have endless access to her unless he brings his best self forward. He realizes that her attention is earned, not taken for granted, and this awareness activates a deeper level of pursuit within him. Emotional self-respect is not about building walls, but about refusing to abandon your own worth just to keep a connection alive. When a woman holds this boundary with grace, she doesn't have to force a man to chase her. He naturally rises to the level she requires. This form of emotional self-respect shines through her choices and reactions, especially in the early stages of getting to know someone. She doesn't rush agreement, approval, or affection because she understands that emotional generosity should be paced, not poured out without context or commitment. When a man takes too long to reply or starts treating her like a convenience, she doesn't spiral into insecurity or try to prove her value. She simply aligns her behavior with his effort. She mirrors consistency with consistency, not with overcompensation, and this balance keeps her grounded in her own sense of worth. When she senses emotional mismatches, she steps back rather than stepping in to fix what isn't hers to fix. This creates a dynamic where a man quickly realizes that she will not participate in emotional laziness disguised as romance. He begins to recognize the difference between a woman who needs attention and a woman who chooses attention based on how she is treated. Her restraint becomes a powerful message, not a punishment, but a standard. Men feel the difference between someone who tolerates inconsistency and someone who gracefully declines it. This is the moment when real pursuit begins, because the chase is fueled by respect, not by games. Her emotional self-respect also shows in how she handles vulnerability, because she allows herself to feel, but doesn't allow those feelings to control her decisions. She does not give a man more emotional access than the relationship has earned, and this makes every step of connection feel meaningful rather than rushed. When she expresses what she wants, she does so with clarity instead of fear, and that confidence creates emotional safety for the right kind of man. She knows that someone who truly wants her will value her feelings, not avoid them or manipulate them. By staying aligned with her standards, even when a man is attractive, charismatic, or persuasive, she builds a foundation where she is never chasing validation. Men are drawn to this steadiness because it communicates that she is complete on her own, and any relationship with her is an addition, not a rescue mission. The more she honors her emotional needs, the more a man recognizes that being with her is a privilege he must earn through presence, care, and consistency. And that is exactly why this single boundary becomes the force that makes men pursue her with intention, effort, and genuine admiration. Here is *** keynote 2 expanded to 600 words ***, written in ***, 3 paragraphs ***, each paragraph ***, exactly 10 lines ***. No headings, no ending statements. A woman who protects her time and availability becomes someone a man naturally values because she isn't offering unlimited access without earned effort. She lives her life with intention, showing through her actions that her schedule is built around her goals rather than someone else's spontaneity. When a man calls last minute or makes inconsistent plans, she doesn't rush to accommodate him because she understands that availability without boundaries breeds complacency. Her time is a reflection of her priorities, and she treats it with the same respect she wants others to give it. She isn't rude or dismissive. She is simply selective, ensuring that the energy she gives matches the energy she receives. This creates a sense of healthy challenge that makes a man rise instead of relax into entitlement. He starts to plan better, act more intentionally, and value moments with her because he knows those moments are not guaranteed. A woman like this becomes a source of inspiration, not an option he assumes will be there whenever he feels like reaching out. The structure around her life signals that she is someone who moves with purpose, which naturally draws a man into greater pursuit. Her boundaries become the filter that transforms casual interest into consistent effort. When she holds this boundary with confidence, she removes the pressure to prove her worth through constant availability, allowing her authenticity to lead instead of fear. She continues investing in her passions, hobbies, friendships, and self-growth, making her life naturally full and emotionally rewarding. This fullness doesn't push men away, it pulls the right ones closer because they see a woman who is building something meaningful. Any man who enters her world understands that he must fit into her rhythm rather than expecting her to rearrange her life for him. She isn't waiting by the phone or anxiously checking messages because her value isn't dependent on external validation. Her emotional independence makes her presence more intriguing, showing that she can enjoy a man without relying on him to make her life exciting. When she says she's unavailable, it's not a game, it's a genuine reflection of a life filled with commitments she respects. This authenticity makes a man feel that he must step forward intentionally if he wants a real place in her life. The more she honors her own schedule, the more he realizes he must earn consistency rather than assume it. This dynamic naturally elevates the quality of connection because he puts in the effort necessary to be part of her world. Protecting her time also teaches a man to appreciate the moments he gets with her, because he knows those moments weren't given out of boredom or convenience. When she agrees to spend time with him, it's because she genuinely wants to, not because she was waiting for something to happen. This sincerity deepens the emotional bond because it creates an environment where effort is recognized and reciprocated. She doesn't need to play hard to get. She simply is a woman with a life she takes seriously, and this authenticity is far more compelling than any calculated strategy. The way she manages her availability shows that she understands her own worth and doesn't sacrifice her growth for temporary excitement. Men feel this energy immediately, and it influences the way they behave, plan, and communicate. They begin to approach her with clarity, purpose, and appreciation because they understand the value of what she offers. This boundary becomes the quiet force that transforms attraction into pursuit, and pursuit into commitment, because she shows that access to her time is a privilege, not a guarantee. Here is *** keynote 3 expanded to ~6, 100 words ***, written in ***, 3 paragraphs ***, each paragraph ***, exactly 10 lines ***. No headings, no ending statements. A woman who sets clear communication standards immediately separates herself from the crowd because she refuses to participate in emotional uncertainty. She doesn't chase clarity from a man who is intentionally vague. She simply steps back and allows his inconsistency to reveal his intentions. When he sends breadcrumb messages or vague half-effort texts, she doesn't reward it with enthusiasm, but with calm, measured energy. She responds in alignment with the effort he shows, not with the effort she hopes for. This creates a natural boundary where she no longer becomes emotionally invested in mixed signals. She doesn't beg for more communication or better behavior because she knows that real interest never hides behind confusion. Her composure, in the face of unclear behavior, sends a powerful message that she expects emotional transparency. The men who recognize her value elevate their actions, while those who aren't serious quietly fade out. Her standard becomes the measure that draws the right kind of pursuit toward her. By holding her communication boundary, she teaches a man how to treat her without ever having to lecture him or demand attention. She shows through her actions that she prefers silence over inconsistency and quality over quantity. When a man's energy feels hot one day and cold the next, she doesn't cling to the warmth. She pays attention to the pattern. She chooses emotional security over temporary excitement, knowing that a relationship built on uncertainty drains more than it gives. She doesn't chase the moments when a man shows interest. She observes whether that interest turns into consistent behavior. If he disappears, she doesn't panic or try to win him back, because she trusts that the right man will stay without being chased. This emotional maturity shifts the dynamic from desperation to empowerment, making her presence something a man works to earn. He begins to understand that she values clarity, because clarity is the foundation of real connection. Her ability to walk away from what doesn't feel right becomes the reason he steps forward with more intention. She also expresses her needs with honesty and calmness, making it easy for a man to understand what she wants without feeling attacked or pressured. She communicates from a place of self-worth instead of fear, choosing to be direct rather than passive or reactive. When something bothers her, she addresses it with grace, not emotional chaos, which shows a level of emotional intelligence that mature men deeply respect. She doesn't weaponize silence or use manipulation to get her way. She simply states her truth and watches whether he responds with alignment or avoidance. This clarity makes a man feel safe to open up, step into his masculine energy, and show consistency without fearing that his efforts will be dismissed or overshadowed by drama. He learns that with her, Communication is not a battlefield but a bridge that strengthens the bond. Her willingness to be straightforward allows the relationship to grow without guessing games or emotional confusion. The more she honors her communication standards, the more a man recognizes that she is the kind of woman who requires presence, effort, and emotional clarity. Here is ** keynote 4 expanded to 6, 100 words **, written in **, 3 paragraphs **, each paragraph **, exactly 10 lines **. No headings, no ending statements. A woman becomes unforgettable when she masters the art of emotional control, because she shows a man that her peace cannot be influenced by his inconsistency. She doesn't react to every shift in his behavior, nor does she allow temporary distance to disrupt her inner balance. When he pulls back, she doesn't panic or chase. She simply maintains her rhythm and lets his actions speak for themselves. Her emotional steadiness communicates that she is grounded in who she is, not in what a man does. This calm energy makes her presence feel different, because she isn't operating from anxiety or fear of loss. Instead, she moves from a place of self-trust, knowing that what is meant for her never requires emotional self-sacrifice. This confidence creates a magnetic pull that men find both intriguing and inspiring. They sense that she is not driven by desperation, but by alignment with her own values. Her emotional control becomes the reason a man steps forward with more consistency. When she holds this boundary with grace, she doesn't let external behavior dictate her internal world, which makes her incredibly powerful in romantic dynamics. She doesn't jump to conclusions or spiral into overthinking when something unexpected happens. She observes first and reacts later. This patience creates space for a man to show his true intentions without pressure or emotional volatility. She understands that genuine connections flow naturally, and anything that requires chasing or convincing is not rooted in mutual respect. By staying calm, she protects her self-worth and prevents herself from acting out of insecurity or impulsive emotion. Men experience this stability as maturity and feel safe to approach her without fear of emotional chaos. Her emotional discipline sends the message that she is not easily swayed by temporary highs or lows. The steadier she remains, the more a man realizes that he must show up with clarity and effort if he wants to be part of her life. Her composure becomes the test that only emotionally serious men can pass. Her emotional control is also reflected in how she handles conflict, disappointment, and misunderstandings, because she responds from logic rather than emotional reactivity. She doesn't allow anger, jealousy, or frustration to guide her decisions, choosing instead to address issues with calm communication. This makes her stand out in a world where many people operate from impulse rather than intention. She forgives when necessary, sets boundaries when needed, and walks away when something consistently harms her peace. This emotional strength demonstrates to a man that she values growth over drama and closure over chaos. She shows him that she is capable of loving deeply without losing herself in the process. Men are drawn to this rare balance because it creates an environment where a relationship can thrive without emotional instability. Her ability to remain centered, even during challenges, makes her irresistible to a man who seeks something real and enduring. The more she honors her emotional boundaries, the more he recognizes that being with her is both a privilege and a responsibility.